Hello everybody, it's Gary Hallican here with more cool things to look at. So sometime later this year, the Marvels movie is scheduled to be released, the sequel to Captain Marvel, right? So in time for that, we are looking at the fake Figuarts Captain Marvel figure here. So got this on AliExpress along with a bunch of other stuff that I bought on there, including shipping. This came to about $12. So much cheaper, of course, than real licensed Figuarts. The box on this is very nice, despite being a little bit smashed in the transit, but it's otherwise a really nice box. And it's almost identical to the real Figuarts Captain Marvel box, but we can tell that it's a fake because the real one should have the Marvel logo right here, and the Marvel logo right here, and the Bandai logo right here, and the Figuarts logo right there. So with the absence of all of those indicates that this is a fake, as long with the cheap price, of course. But it is a very nice package. I especially like the gold letters right there. And from what I can tell, the figure inside looks pretty good so far. So let's get her out and see what we think. Okay, so here is Captain Marvel out of the package, and right out of the package, I would say this isn't bad. The feel isn't bad. It doesn't really feel cheap or floppy or anything. The plastic seems pretty sturdy, and aesthetically, it's pretty good. I would say the paint is a little bit lacking. There's, some messy parts around the top of the boots. The gold that should be on her chest here is not really painted very much at all. It's just kind of hinted at gold there, and then of course there should be some gold lines kind of down her sleeves and down her pants, and they're just kind of hinted at a little bit. But it's not bad paint wise. The hands are good, the fingers, that all looks okay. Of course, the boots in two different colors, so the paint's not bad on this, I would say. And the red is a little bit metallic, like her suit is supposed to be. So aesthetically, I would say this is pretty good, actually. Not really bad at all. As far as the head sculpt goes, it's not the greatest head sculpt. It's not really Brie Larson too much. Doesn't look that much like her, I think. I think the Marvel Legends head sculpt is probably a little closer to actually looking like her. From the side, it kind of looks like her a little bit. We'll compare with the Marvel Legends ones later on. Paint's okay on the face. There's real heavy eyeliner on here, so it makes the eyes kind of pop out a little bit. But overall, aesthetically, this is not bad, I would say. Looks pretty decent. Proportions aren't bad. Looks pretty good. So let's see how the articulation is. So for the head, no look up at all. We don't really have any looking up. We got extreme look down, so that's the most look down I've seen in any figure. I think it's because of this neck joint here. So there's a joint at the bottom of her collar, and there's a joint in her neck here. And so they can kind of get off a little bit. It's kind of hard to get her chin to line up with the center of her collar because they'll move together. And this joint with her collar is maybe a little long, giving her a little bit of a long neck, but that causes very extreme downward looking. So it can turn side to side. Hair doesn't really get in the way at all. You can see here, though, the collar piece kind of turns along with the head, and it's a little bit strange there. Tilt a little bit. So pretty good in the head. For the shoulders, can go up that far, so that's past horizontal, so that's pretty good. Go all the way around, and a little bit of tilt the shoulders forward and back. Not really very much at all, just a little bit forward and back there. No bicep swivel. At the elbow, we have double elbow, so that's pretty good. Bend at the elbow, and can swivel at the elbow. Nothing else at the gloves or in the forearms. And the hands can turn and on a hinge here. His hands came off very easily, as you just saw there. There are some extra hands, so it looks like they won't be too hard to switch in and out, but on a hinge and can swivel. So that's for the arms. joint at the chest here. So we've got no crunch forward, not really at all, just barely crunch forward. Little bit of lean back, not too much, not really very much lean back. And no side to side at the chest. We're going to get some side to side at the waist, but not really any tilt at the chest here. Twist a little bit at the chest. So at the waist, using the waist gets us not really any crunch at all. Gets us quite a bit of lean back though, using the waist joint together with the chest here. We get a lot of lean back, and we get some side to side. Looks like more side to side to her left than to her right. I don't know, they're about the same. And we'll get twist, of course, at the waist. So I think the head is the wonkiest part so far, just because of this neck piece. So we come down to the legs. We've got go forward that far, so not quite horizontal. Go back, not really at all. Not really anything at all going back. Go to the side, not very far. Only about that far out to the side, so she's not going to get a full splits. Looks like they move, and not really move up and down at all. We've got at the knee, we've got double knee. Very good. So the knee goes that far. No thigh swivel and no boot swivel. So nothing swiveling here in the leg, just a little bit at the hip that we can swivel. And then for the feet, can't really go up very much at all. Can point down pretty good. And rock side to side some. This foot, I think, is a little, there it goes. This foot seems to be a little stiffer than the other one, but they can move out side to side and, of course, rotate there. So overall articulation is pretty good, and unlike what I see with a lot of these fake figures, there aren't really any problems with it. I didn't find any joints on this one that were really loose or floppy or too tight or felt like they were going to break or anything like that. So overall, so far, this is pretty good. Articulation is not bad here. So next we will see what accessories she comes with. Okay, so first up for accessories, we have the alternate head. This is the helmeted head here. And it looks okay. You know, a little bit of a soft sculpt there, I think, and soft painting, but, you know, it looks all right. And you can see it has its own collar piece here. So we will see how difficult it is to switch the head. I kind of tend to prefer in the unhelmeted head anyway, but let's see what happens here. So, first off, as I pulled on the head came off, but not the neck. But as we saw here, the alternate head has a neck piece. So we're going to have to see if the neck will come off. And there it goes. So that wasn't too bad, actually. So there's the neck piece. Little tiny peg with the ball joint in here. Let's see what we get. So this might take some doing. Yeah, this doesn't really want to fit into the neck piece here. I'm going to jump cut and see if I can get it on. Well, try as I might, I could not get the neck piece for the helmeted head to go on to the ball peg there in the chest. The peg moved around too much, and in fact, I had a difficult time getting the regular neck back on as well. But if you worked at it, I think you could get it on there, and we would have this helmeted head that you could put on her. So for other accessories, she comes with 4 extra hands. So we'll get those out to look at here. So she has the fist hands that are on the figure. And then she also comes with these normal, just open hands, kind of relaxed hands there. And they're not bad. There's, again, a hint of gold on there. And then she also comes with these wider open hands. And this one looks like, again, just kind of a hint of gold on there. But otherwise, they're pretty good. The hands are. There's a spot of some silver paint on this one. And she has one of those for each side. So for switching the hands out, come off very easily. And yeah, not bad. Okay, so that wasn't too hard to switch the hands out. So these fit on okay. So that's good. And as I said, she has same two hands for the right side as well. You can see them right here. All right, but I'm going to put the fist hands back on because of the last accessories she comes with, which are her two energy blast, fire, and energy, cosmic energy sort of effect parts here. So, our last accessories we have are these two fire effect parts. I'll get one up close so we can see it, if it'll focus on it. Maybe it will. There it goes. All right, so that looks pretty good. Just looks like a fireball. Looks pretty good though. And these should fit over the fist hands here. So we'll give that a shot. And I'm guessing they are keyed to a specific hand. There we go. That one doesn't want to fit real well on there, but I think it fits okay. So there we go. So there's our energy blast hands. So those are very cool. This is a good accessory. So let's look at some size comparisons next. Okay, so for size comparisons, here she is with the legitimate Marvel Legends Captain Marvel. So the Marvel Legends one is a little bit taller, and I think the head is definitely larger on the Marvel Legends one. On this one, there's some things proportionally that I think are a little better and more realistic on our fake SH Figuarts here. Of course, the Marvel Legends one is painted better. All of the gold is painted on there, where the gold is just kind of hinted at on this one. So as far as the head sculpts go, I'm not a huge fan of the Marvel Legends head sculpt either. I think neither of these quite capture Brie Larson here. One that definitely does not capture it is here they both are with the Accenture's Union Legend Marvel Universe Legends series Titan Hero Power FX. This, of course, is another bootleg figure that I got here. And she's the tallest of all of them. And, of course, has a red light in the chest, too. But that one doesn't work now. And has red hair and has probably the least Brie Larson face sculpt of all of them. But is definitely the tallest. And some of the gold is painted. So here she is with a Star Wars Black Series figure here. So there is Star Wars Black Series Reva. So you can see scale there. Same scale as Marvel Legends. Right, and they all look similar together. Here she is with a standard 12-ounce beverage can. And, as always, here she is with John Cena. And I'll show you some more things here. So here she is with a Captain Marvel minifigure. Doesn't want to stand up there. There we go. Here she is with a movie theater collectible cup. Here she is with a Captain Marvel hat. And here is a Captain Marvel Christmas stocking. So you get size comparisons with all of those. As you might suspect from what I'm showing you here, Captain Marvel merchandise went on clearance quite fast after the movie came out. So I have a good amount of it. All right, so I think this figure was actually really good. I'm really pretty happy with this, especially for the price. He's fairly posable. Doesn't really feel cheap or flimsy or anything. Paint could be better, especially on the gold parts, but I definitely like the flaming energy effects that she came with. So stay tuned for some dramatic poses, and thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments if you have this figure, or if you have the real SH Figuarts, or if you have anything else with Brie Larson's face on it. And we'll see you in the next review.